Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. My name's Amy and now I'm with Snoopy, and today we are going to be listening to A Light for Attracting Attention by a band called The Smile. I had a lot of people tell me to listen to these guys because Tom York and Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead are in this band. I did a little bit of research beforehand and was curious as to why they started a band. I had someone leave some comments, which I really appreciate, saying that this band was formed sort of during COVID times when they couldn't really, see each other as often. And then I read this amazing Reddit post here where they kind of talked about the reason this band got together, or at least, the reason why they thought they got together was because obviously Radiohead is a band of 5 members, and to have so many ideas, it can get quite a lot. Not necessarily in a bad way, just in terms of making music, there's a lot of ideas to put together and encapsulate, whereas only having 3 members, you've got Tom Skinner, who's the drummer, it just kind of makes it a little bit easier to sort of write music, really. So without further ado, let's just begin listening to The Same, which is the first song. Oh! That's such a deep synth. Oh. I feel that in my soul. Oh. I forgot to put the lyrics up. Oh wow, that beat feels really weird. Sounds like that's played on a guitar. Is that Johnny Greenwood singing? Oh, the reverb sounds so good on that. Wow, the chords feel so sort of dissonant against each other. You've got this really nice melody line in the vocals, and then these chords that just feel a little bit more like tense. It sounds like Tame Impala singing. Wow. Ooh. I love the instrumentation in this. I like that vocal. Wow, these synths are just incredible. With that bass synth there too. Oof. Wow. I'm getting goosebumps towards the end of this. Just that rise. Just those chords. Wow. Oh, well, that was so weird. It felt like that just panned across my brain. Wow. What an interesting song to start off. Obviously, I know 2 members from Radiohead are in this, but if you played this to me and just said this is Radiohead, I'd be like, I mean, well, it kind of is Radiohead. It's not, but it is. You can hear the Radiohead influences in this. I really like this. This sounds like something potentially off of, I want to say, sort of Kid A era. And the vocals in this were just so gorgeous too. The lyrics, I actually really, really like this. Even just the title of the song, the same. I feel as though it's, you know, if this was sort of made during COVID times, it's to represent that even though, you know, Tom York, Johnny Greenwood might have more money, more fame than myself who's listening to this, we all just want the same things. We all just want health and love and family, and I feel like that's sort of what this song is talking about, is everybody wants the same things. It doesn't really matter where you sort of are in life. You know, we're all the same, really, on the inside. We all have the same kind of feelings. That was a really nice starting song. While trapped in the house for 2 years, one of the things I discovered is it's quite possible as human beings are all quite similar, in fact. Not that we're being told that, ever. Apparently we're all in our little factions having to fight each other. Yeah, that's, I guess, kind of pretty much what I said. After being trapped in the house for 2 years, you kind of realise that we're not really that different. I mean, we are, but we're really not different at the same time. Next up, we've got the opposite. Ooh, oh yeah. Oh, those drums. This is super punchy. And that is such, I don't know, such a good drum riff kind of thing. Ooh. Oh, those guitars are really nice. I love that bass note that's there in it. Ooh. Ooh, I like that call and response kind of thing. Oh. Okay, that's an interesting rhythmic pattern there on the guitar. Really like that. Dum, 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 dum. I love the vocals in this, especially all the effects that are added there. Oh. Okay. Oh, the drums in this are just so good. Ooh. I love the end bit, like with the higher part of the guitar there. What a groovy bass line in that. Wow. That was such an interesting song. I genuinely actually really like that, especially this first part here where the vocals just have such a specific effect on them and it just sounds amazing. I feel like this song has a lot of political meaning in it, especially obviously with COVID having happened and this album been released after that. And especially in this part here, for some reason I'm getting sort of like the Hunger Games kind of vibes. Can we have the next contestant, please? In this logical absurdity. It just sort of feels as though, I don't know, I feel like as though this song's trying to say that it doesn't really matter who you are. We're all equal. Like saying he doesn't mean anything, I feel as though it's sort of aimed at a figurative, you know, person who's above you, and you know, they're kind of saying he doesn't mean anything. This person, just because, you know, they might be a politician, doesn't actually mean that they are better than you. It doesn't mean anything. That's kind of what I took away from the song. Reading the annotations on Genius, these are all pretty much unreviewed, but it is, from reading the annotations, it does seem to have political connotations behind it. The next song is You Will Never Work in Television Again. Whatever that could mean. I mean, it oh my... Stop. I need to listen to that again. I was trying to have a bit of banter, some bit of back and forthness, and then the drums just came in with those guitars and I was just not ready with that. Oh, those cymbals! Wow. I love the guitars in this. I love that higher part there. Oh! Oh, those toms. And then just whacking in the cymbals. Oh! Oh! I love this. What the heck? Oh, I love when Tom York just does full rock vibe. Oh, I love the angriness in this. Oh, yes! Oh, the bass! Oh! Wow, this is so good! Oh, yeah! Wow, this is so good! I like the mixture of toms and the cymbals here. Oh! Wow, that was so good. Okay, favourite song of the first three that we've heard. That was so good. Oh my. The drums in that, the mixture of the toms and then the cymbals, the guitars. Oh, my brain. That was so satisfying to listen to. As someone, you guys, if you've seen my other reactions, you know when a heavy kind of song comes on, I can't resist it. I love it. It's just, I don't know, exactly up my street when it comes to music. I feel as though this is talking about all of the stuff that's sort of come out in Hollywood with a lot of directors or producers and how they messed up a lot of children or teens' lives. You know, you've seen stories time and time again from Disney, Nickelodeon, that kind of thing. I feel like this is exactly what this song is talking about, is the amount of messed up stuff that sort of happens in Hollywood behind the scenes with kids and, you know, these older men promising, you know, girls or boys this bright and amazing future, and they just literally are the most horrible people in the world, not the kids, the adults. And I don't know, it just seems that to me that this is what this song is about. Young hopes and dreams devoured by those evil eyes. You know, as a kid, everything sort of excites you, and sort of hearing, you know, especially an adult saying, oh, I can make all your dreams come true, like the most amazing thing to hear as a kid. But in reality, that's not what the directors or the producers are doing. They're just there to, you know, unfortunately exploit these kids. Wow, that's my takeaway from this song. I could be so far from what it's actually about. There's an annotation here that says, Tom makes two references to nursery rhyme archetypes. He compares the Weinsteins of the world to cave-dwelling trolls that make there's a catch kinds of contracts, much like the real thing, while also saying that it's time for their victims to be saved, trading true love's kiss for whatever repentance is seen as fair. Yeah, from reading the annotations, I mean, they are all unreviewed, but it seems to be about Tom York's wife working in acting and the greed that is sort of behind that. Who knew I was getting so good at analysing lyrics? I'm gonna be really rubbish at the next one, aren't I? Next up, we've got Pana-vision, if that's how it's pronounced. Oh. A beautiful piano here. Ooh! Tom York. As the first reaction on this channel was to do with Radiohead, my love of Tom York's voice is like no other. His voice is just one of the most beautiful things on this whole earth to listen to. Oh! Oh my god! Okay, I was not ready for that. I want to hear that again. Hang on, song. I still was talking. The way that those drums just came in there, in that, oh, that bass, it has such a good groove to it. Oh, those drums are so crisp, yet they got that punch to it. And the piano that's there. Oh, I love when Tom sings in falsetto. Oh, lovely bass line there with those cymbals. Oh, this sort of synth thing in the back. I'm loving how the piano melody is following Tom York's vocal melody. Oof. Oh, is that some strings that I hear? Oh, is that brass? What? Oh. Wow. Oh, that bass. It's like it holds me in its skin. Oh wow. Oh, those strings. Okay. Woo! Oh my. The piano in this is just absolutely phenomenal. And the strings just sat there following along with it. Wow, that open heart sounds really good. Wow, that was just a gorgeous, gorgeous song. There was just so many instruments and elements added to that gradually over the song. I mean, there was brass in a section, and then there was strings in another, and that piano line was just gorgeous. I have a really weird takeaway from this song. Sort of as I combined broader and wider. Broader lens than just the lyrics. Sort of putting together the lyrics and the song title. Pana-vision, when you think of is it called a panorama? It's that picture that you take on your phone where you stand and you get like the whole landscape involved. That makes me think of having a massive sort of view and perspective on everything around you. You know, you're capturing everything and taking everything in that's around you and sort of linking it to the lyrics. Makes me think of someone being more aware of everything kind of going on around them than other people. I originally was thinking that this song might be to do with Tom talking about his kids and how kids sort of pay attention to every little thing that you do, before we even got to the part of where it said like a newborn child. But that's kind of, I don't know, that's the general consensus of what I got from the song. Was about someone having a broader perspective of things and paying attention to a lot of things that perhaps most other people may not. Okay, there isn't much on Genius about this at all. It did say that this song was in Peaky Blinders in the final series. And there is an annotation here that does say, a newborn child in the context of this song shows the lack of prejudice in young people. We are born without prejudice, but prove to be very impressionable later in our lives. Being born is likely the only ever time where anyone is truly non-judgmental as the parents who'd raise a baby. Intentionally or not, will plant ideas subconsciously for that baby later in life. Next up, we've got The Smoke. Oh. These drums making me so happy, man. They're so... Oh, okay. Oh, that's a bass line. Wow. Woo. Love a good, funky bass line like this, where the bassist gets a chance to really shine and stand out. Okay, I'm loving this phase. It's repetitive, but in like such a good way. Wow. Oh, the vocals sound amazing in this with that reverb. Oh! Is that sounds like brass following the melody of the vocals there. Oh! Okay, that's naughty. Wow. Woo! Okay, and now we've just got this guitar line here. Oh. Wow, those guitars sound so beautiful. Wow, this bass line is just so good. I love the part where it repeats, like where it goes like favorite part of the bass line. This song is amazing. I actually really like this. Wow. I love how the guitars follow on the vocals. What a gorgeous melody line. Oof. Oh my. Wow. I actually love that. I'm really loving the lyrics in this album and sort of the meaning that I'm taking away from them. I really feel as though in myself this sort of feels a song about mental health and the effects that it has on your life. I mean, it begs me while I'm sleeping. That to me feels like even when you're trying to sleep, your head is still trying to mess with you. And I don't know, just the lyrics where it's like, as I set myself on fire, that just makes me think that that's what mental health sort of feels like. It feels like you're just taking a lighter and setting, yourself on fire because it's not something that's really in your control. Like, as someone who suffers with OCD, it really is, it feels like you're just setting this fire onto yourself, but you don't know what to do about it. You can't just stop that, you're not consciously trying to do that. And just saying smoke wakes me from my sleep makes me think of these thoughts that you're having are just so disruptive to your whole life that they're just sort of keeping you awake. I mean, wakes me from my sleep could mean so much more than actually been awoken. It could literally mean that these thoughts are just so hard to live with that they're just taking over your whole life, your everyday life, and it just leaves you awake with these deep feelings inside of you. Wow. What a beautiful song. I mean, I could be totally wrong with that. I don't even know if the about section will be right, but let's have a look. Since Skating on the Surface had already been played by Radiohead during their King of Limbs tour, this song was the first new song by The Smile revealed to the world. It's essentially a protest song. Wow, okay, I was very, very far from wrong. The latest in a long line from York, but this time, hopeful in tone, the focus is on an extended metaphor of group self-immolation and unified protest as a means for real change, setting themselves on fire for the one true revolution until the smoke begins to wake others up to their cause, which here it does. A note of hopefulness and a message of solidarity during tense and challenging times for protesters everywhere. Wow, okay. I was totally wrong, totally off the mark of that, but the actual meaning is just as beautiful too. The smoke is more of a way of political beliefs, sort of waking other people up, and you having a voice and using that to help other people wake up. Wow. Okay. Love that. That's great. I love Radiohead, how they are not afraid to talk about politics. It really makes me happy, especially with what they talk about. Next up, we have got Speech Bubbles. Interesting name. Wow. Okay. Okay, I love the deepness of that. Wow, this has such a weird time signature. It's not really following. Wow. Okay. Haha, yeah. Oh, I love strings and songs. Okay. I love the reverb and the effects on the vocals here. Oh. I love the guitar here. Those drums are beautiful. Wow. Yeah, the time signature in this feels really weird. Like I don't know, when you think a note's gonna hit, it like hits after it. The strings in this. Wow. Okay, bit of a switch up here. I like this guitar part. I mean, of course, all the strings sound. I was gonna say, of course, all the strings sound amazing, and then we've just got this sort of chorus thing here. I want to hear this again. Wow. Oh my, this is gorgeous. Okay, I love the vocals in the last three here. Wow. Oh my. Wow. Okay, I know I was silent for a lot of that song, but I was like really taking that in because that, I don't know, sometimes it doesn't even just necessarily have to be the lyrics, but just the instrumentation of a song. Just, I don't know, that just sat with my soul. That was gorgeous. I feel like after listening to the song before this, I'm getting kind of, again, more sort of political themes here. Our city is aflame. Devastation has come. I don't know, I feel like there's more politics sort of been talked about here, and I think it's about trying to be aware, make yourself aware of what's actually happening in the world, and kind of asking yourself the question of, like, what can you do about this? And I don't know, the part where it says the bells ringing makes me think of, you know, sort of when you think to yourself, oh, you have like a light bulb moment and suddenly everything clicks. For some reason that makes me think of Tom's trying to say that a lot of people are not really aware of what's going around them unless there's, like, you know, a bell ringing in their ear sort of trying to make them aware. And I feel like this song is trying to say that that's not going to happen. Bad stuff is going to happen regardless of whether you're paying attention, if there's this bell ringing in your ear. And it sort of feels like him saying, you know, you need to wake up. This is real. This is what's happening. Next up, we've got Thin Thing. Okay. Sorry, I'm really mesmerized at the... What do Spotify call these? Like the loop thing? Whatever the hell it is. That's happening in the corner here. I don't know. Yeah, I kind of got mesmerized by that. But this guitar part is... Ooh. I love how it's just panned in one ear. Oh! Sorry, I was not ready for that. Hang on. There was just this really cool guitar and then these drums came in with that open hat. Hang on. Oh, that's so good. I guess the rabbit in the corner now makes sense over here. Wow. Oh wow. I like that vocal effect. Is that a music reference? This is so good. Whew. Okay. Oh my god, yes. Again, this feels like another aggressive song. I love the effect on the guitar. I mean, these drums just sound amazing. Oh wow, okay. Okay, wow, that was crazy. And then we just go back into like this heavy like rock beat kind of thing. Oh. Oh, that. Oh, the bass. Woo. Wow. Okay, I like this part. Oh. Oh wow, those symbols. Okay. Oh wow. Okay. Hitting those drums on like half time. That's insane. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay, that was so good. I have so many thoughts on the title of this song. I first read it as Thin Thing, but after listening to the lyrics, when you sing the word thing, you kind of miss off the G. So part of me also thinks, is this song technically thing, but it just sounds like he's missing the G off. And then another part of me thinks, well, the lyrics are saying here this kind of thin thing. And that makes me think of, you know, when people say, what's the phrase that people say? The line was so thin and you didn't know like where to draw it. That's what this makes me think of, is you have this line, but yet it's so tiny you can hardly see it and you're sort of overstepping a boundary. That's another thing that this song makes me think of. And then it also makes me think of, I don't know, your life been ruined by somebody. Yeah, I have a few different thoughts about this. Oh wow, I have read this annotation here and it actually says, the mention of mushrooms in the song may refer to hypnotizing a large group of people to act as mindless armors to cause havoc in the world. It is an unnamed she can snap this large group of people out of it, signifying the unnamed woman mentioned holds a high position in power. Okay, that's really cool. Also, this lyric here, actually, looking at the annotation, it says solid gold means idol, celebrity, god, or false savior. But it actually made me think of a book that I just recently read. It's called Red Rising, and there's hierarchies based off of the colour, and gold is sort of the highest colour that a person or human or whatever they are in the book are. It's sort of like the highest thing that you can be, and that's instantaneously what this made me think of, which I guess, you know, it links to idol, celebrity, god, that kind of thing. Next up, we've got Open the Floodgates. Already, sorry, I totally am interrupting this. I just want to say, I genuinely really like this. There's some songs on here, I know for a fact that once I have listened to this, I can see myself going on walks, being in the car, in the gym or whatever, listening to this. This has sort of the same feel that the Jeff Buckley album that I just listened to, Grace, had on me, and I'm already feeling it from this album too. Wow. This sort of feels offbeat here, the synthetic instrument here mixed with the piano. Feels like it's just building up in a crescendo here. Love the chord structure in this. Wow, that's so nice. Oh my. This is actually really nice. Tom's falsetto, always beautiful. Ooh. I like that guitar effect. Really like this part. There's just something about it that's just so sort of intoxicating, that rhythmic pattern. It could even be the melody. Wow. I love how Tom's vocals sort of stand out a little bit at the end there, while some of the instruments fade away, except from that piano. Wow, okay, that was beautiful. I thoroughly enjoyed that song. That was just so gorgeous. Oh. Does this go into the next song? No, not really. Sorry. Instantaneously, from the get-go, this made me sort of think of a relationship, but I guess it could also apply to situations that happen to you in your life, where it's, don't bore us, get to the chorus, open the floodgates, we want the good bits without your and no heartaches. It makes me think that you're in a position in your life, again, whether relationship or just an actual situation that you're in, where you kind of just want the bad parts to be over with and you just want to get to the good parts of your life, of this relationship that you're in, and you're just kind of really sick of being left in the darkness. Again, makes me think of there's always light at the end of the dark tunnel. This song makes me think of you're in that part, you know, you're in the tunnel where there's just darkness, and someone lead me out of the darkness is, you know, you're actually asking for someone, you're opening up and being like, hey, I need help, please just lead me out of here. Like, that's what I really need right now. And yeah, that's my takeaway of the song. Yeah, I just want to say I am looking on Genius with annotations, but some stuff isn't either reviewed or the about section is just it doesn't explain anything about the actual song. Some of the annotations I'm not really reading. I just don't really think that it's... I don't know. I'm just not really reading some of them. The next song that we have is Free in the Knowledge. I've got Snoopy here with me. I don't know why, I just kind of like having him. I may be 23, but... I really like that guitar. There's so much piano in this album. I'm really, really liking it. I love how the piano and the guitar are just following each other. That just sounds really nice.
One day this will end. Free.
That's so weird that the guitar's just panned to one ear, but the vocals is just here.
Is changed. This was just a bad moment. We were fumbling around, but we won't get caught like that.
Oh, nice falsetto there.
Soldiers on our back.
These strings here too. Wow.
A face using fear to try to keep control. When we get together, well then who knows if this is just a bad moment and we are fumbling around, but we won't get caught like that. Soldiers on our backs, we won't get caught like
Wow.
that.
I really like that sort of guitar. That's panned in the back there. That's like... da-na-na-na. Oh. Okay, I was not ready for that. I did not expect that at all. Okay, I actually really like this part. The melody is really nice. Wow, that was also another gorgeous song. What an interesting end part. Honestly, I was kind of just staring off into space for some of that song because I had so many thoughts that were happening in my head as I was listening. This song made me think of each of our own individual experiences, and even things such as subtle as books or movies or TV shows influence our own thoughts and opinions behind a song. And I don't know, that just made me really fascinated because that made me think of how I view this song may be totally different to how you view and listen to this song. And like, in the other song that we listened to, when I heard the lyric gold, it made me think of a book that I'd read. If you've never read that book, never heard of it, like, that's not what you would think of. And I don't know, just those thoughts kind of came to my head as I was listening to this song. Instantly, the song just took me back to sort of COVID times and the fear that we all felt and the uncertainty that we all faced in those moments. And this last lyric here, I feel as though it can have a few different meanings. I talk to the face in the mirror, turns out we're in this together. Makes me think of either you feel sort of two-sided within yourself, and when you look in the mirror you realize, like, oh, like, this is me, I am in this. But it also makes me think of when COVID was happening, we were all in it together. I don't know, those are just some things and thoughts that I had from this album. Oh, I was also meant to say the actual title itself, Free in the Knowledge, makes me think of the society that we live in now and how there's so much knowledge and things for us to learn out there that are just free. You don't have to pay money anymore to necessarily learn the things that you used to have to pay money for. Reading the annotations, it actually looks as though this song is potentially about self-awareness and self-consciousness and sort of coming to terms and accepting the things that is happening in your life. Next song we have is called A Hairdryer. Interesting title, and I'm already intrigued by the drums. I like that reverby thing that's kind of going on in the background. Oh, those... Okay, those are some interesting guitars. The percussion in this is just actually insane. There's so many subtle things going on here. You've got like little open hats, and then you've got like the sort of the clicking of the sticks, like the part. Wow, there's really so much going on here. Oh, I've just noticed that bass that's there too. Oh, okay, sorry. I was gonna say, I like the instrument that's panned in one ear. It sounds like a deep bass, but it sounds like it's got it sounds like it's got a pedal on it that makes it sound more gritty. I cannot think of the name, like fuzz or something like that. I really like the harmonizing here with Tom's falsetto. Really like those drums. Okay. love when the lyrics are overlaid on top of each other. It sounds amazing. My god, sorry, I'm totally like mesmerized by this song because there's so much going on. I've literally just noticed that there's strings here. Wow, I was totally oblivious to that. Oh. Okay. I'm interested to see where this song goes because we've still got another minute and a bit. Wow. This is so atmospheric. Wow. I love when songs just have parts in them where it's sort of, there's no lyrics, but it feels as though the instruments are sort of speaking for themselves, you know, creating their own picture. I love when songs do that. I'm going to be really honest, I kind of don't know what it's about while also sort of having some of my own thoughts. I like this lyric here where it says, "in a wild crocodile." I don't know if this is just a British thing or if it's in other countries, but you have a saying that, you know, you joke around with close friends or your family and you go, "Bye bye alligator," and then your friend will respond, "in a wild crocodile." That's instantaneously what this made me think of. This song, for me, it feels as though it's partly linked to the last song. I feel as though there's some talk about consciousness and self-actualization and coming to terms with yourself and who you are. And in the lyrics here, it takes us time and then it takes me time to get somewhere. I don't know, I kind of related this to myself. I've often said I can sometimes take a little while to learn something or get to terms with something, but once I get to that place, I then feel as though I'm quite good at what I do. I'm not like, you know, trying to kiss my own ass or anything. I'm just sort of saying that those lyrics reminded me of myself. You know, it takes me a little while to get somewhere, but I feel as though once I'm there, I'm pretty content and okay where I am. Okay, reading the annotations here. Based on the lyrics of the track, the subject of the song is presumed to be either UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson or former US President Donald Trump. Both men of blue eyes are in need of hairdryers and have been heavily criticised by Tom York. Okay, this actually seems to be maybe a little bit more politically motivated. These repetitive lines can also be heard as "look at all the pretty lies" in some utterances, which references both the distractions with political, cultural antics and refers to the album's title, "A Light for Attracting Attention." Wow, okay. That's not what I kind of took away from it, but hey, I like it. Next up, we have got "waving a white flag." Okay, that started off really interesting. I can't tell if it's like backwards or if those are just the instruments, but I like this acoustic guitar building in my ear. Wow. This is so interesting to listen to, but really nice at the same time. Okay.
out
Oh,
of my sight,
that was a beautiful string part.
out of what's coming, out of my sight, out of my sight, out of my sight. Couldn't move a muscle, couldn't get the breath there, couldn't see the face when didn't wanna listen, couldn't scratch it down now,
Hmm.
couldn't wave a white flag,
Wow.
didn't see it coming,
Okay.
has to be the way.
Okay, I was not expecting.
There's another
Okay,
way
I'm a bit taken aback by those drums, but wow.
as the curtain pulls into a singularity. Rings on his finger, bells on his toes, but doesn't see it coming.
Wow. I really like this. It feels sort of arpeggiated, but I could be wrong.
You're somebody else when you're down. You're somebody's face in the moon.
Wow, that guitar part is so nice.
You're somebody else left behind.
Wow. Okay. I really like that song. I feel like I'm taking another political sort of meaning from this. The lyrics, out of sight, out of my mind, out of what's coming, it makes me think of sort of the times that we're living in politically. I feel like a lot of us are in a place where we feel privileged enough to sort of think that because it's not happening to me, I don't need to pay attention to it. But I think sometimes we fail to forget that this could happen to us genuinely at any moment right now. And also, I think a lot of us forget about the fight that had to happen to get to where we are now. I'm thinking about feminism when I say this. I think a lot of times people think we don't need feminism anymore because men and women have equal rights, but I don't think that that's the right mindset to have whatsoever. There's still so many things which are not equal, and I think a lot of us just sort of forget about that and are comfortable in the position that we're in, but we fail to forget that we're comfortable in the position that we're in because we never had to be uncomfortable to get there. Sorry, this is a little bit of like a mind boggle, but it kind of goes back to feminism. I think some people are very complacent in how they are because they didn't have to fight to get to where they are, if that makes sense. I don't want to get too much into what I'm saying, but that's what I'm sort of thinking about. And I don't mean this in sort of like a negative way. I'm just trying to say I think more of us need to be aware about what's happening, but we're not, because we're in a privileged enough position to not have to think about what could be coming, if that kind of makes sense. I don't know if that really came out the right way is what I was intending, so I do apologise if that was kind of taken the wrong way, but I know what I'm trying to say. I'm just finding it hard to articulate my own words. Next up, we have got We Don't Know What Tomorrow Brings. Okay, I'm sorry, right, as soon as I heard those sticks clicking, I feel like I kind of knew what was coming there. I want to re-listen to that because, woo, what an intro. Those drums, I can't tell if that's like a bass or if it's like a guitar effect. That synth. Oh, I love Tom's voice in more of like a rock style. Oh wow, I can hear this vocal effect. Oh, that sounds so good. Oh, hold on. There's a guitar panned in my left ear that's going dum 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 dum. Oh wow, that sounds so good. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh, hitting us with some really good cymbals there. Alright. Ooh. These drums. Oh, hold on. The kick in the drums there was just crazy. Oh wow. This is so good. I love this so much. Oh, okay. I thought that was gonna keep going. Okay. Oh, that's synth. Wow. I love bass synths like this. I don't know, I feel like they bury themselves deep in a part of me that I can't even explain. It just so good. Honestly, for me, I feel like this is very much, I've took this at face value. We don't know what tomorrow brings. I feel like Tom York is literally trying to say, you do not know what tomorrow will happen. Take in everything that you can today, and the grass is always green. I feel like he's sort of saying, look outside, get yourself in nature, take in what you can, because you never know what the next day will bring. Like I say, I very much took that at face value, but that is sort of the theme that I get in from that song. Okay, the next song, not sure how to pronounce this, Skirting on the Surface. Oh, I forgot to say, my bad, this is the last song on the album. Feels crazy, but this is the last song. I love the... Feels like you can hear sort of a hi-hat just panned in the left ear there. Oh, okay, but it's coming out here. Wow. Those drums are so nice. I really love the vocal effect that's here, where it's just like, sounds really nice. This guitar's so gorgeous too. Tom Holland's falsetto. Another absolute embarrassment on my behalf. Tom Holland's falsetto. Not Tom York's, Amy. Tom Holland. Right, didn't know he was now a singer. I'm sorry, guys. I meant to say Tom York. I really apologise. Oh, okay. Oh, that bass? Wow. Okay. The drums just faded out there. Sounds really nice. It's got two guitars with different melody lines there. Oh, okay. Just bring the drums back in. That was really nice. Wow. Sorry, I'm just taking this all in. This is... Are those like brass instruments? I love the drums just fading in and out. It sounds really good. These cymbals here sound gorgeous. That bass. I feel like that's been there for a while, and yeah, I've just noticed it. I really like that bass. It's very groovy. Wow, okay. That was Skirting on the Surface, the last song on A Light for Attracting Attention. I really feel as though this song, again, is quite politically motivated, and I feel as though Tom is talking about how most people are sort of just surviving. We are literally just skirting on the surface, just getting by, not thriving in life, literally just getting by as it is. But I also feel as though this song, again, is talking about spiritual awakening, or just been more conscious and self-aware of the things that is happening in you. That's sort of what I feel like, especially with the lyrics, till someone comes along and shakes us. It's like someone needs to come along and sort of actually wake you up. Yeah, I don't know, that's the vibes I was getting from this song. The term skirting on the surface can refer to an ice skater skating on fragile ice with the possibility of falling into a body of freezing cold water that would ultimately have a high chance of death or serve illness. It's easy for life to get away from people at any moment. We skirt on the surface when we have no idea that the possibility of death is present. The higher the probability, the thinner the ice we skate on. And once you die, you're out of this world, there's nothing else to bring you back. In the click of your fingers, we're gone. The word skirt often means attempts of ignoring the ignorance of death is what keeps us all sane throughout our everyday lives. The verse calls into question our view of morality and death. We don't know for sure what tomorrow can bring for us, or if we make it there in the first place. Wow, okay, I actually really like that. Yeah, you're skating on thin ice here. Yeah, I kind of totally forgot that was a saying. Just been aware of our own mortality, I guess. Wow, honestly, what an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous album. I'm actually really, really glad that people recommended me to listen to them. I was actually not going to listen to The Smile. I was probably just going to skip them. But I don't know. Everyone was suggesting it, and I put up a poll, and everyone was like, yes, you have to listen to this album. Thank you for telling me to listen to it, because I genuinely, I'm going to have this on repeat. I really, really am going to have this on repeat. I thoroughly love this. There was just, I don't know, my brain, the whole time I was listening to the lyrics and just even the instrumentation of the song, I was really thinking about everything that it feels as though it relates to in my life at the moment. And I felt that this album, especially with it being very recent, still has a lot of meaning that's held true to it. And wow, yeah, this was amazing. Genuinely amazing of an album. I'm going to rate it. Oh, this is so hard. I can see myself listening to this so much, and in between now and me editing this, I already know I am going to listen to it a lot. I really want to give this a solid 9. Like, I genuinely liked it that much. I actually preferred this to some of Radiohead's albums. This was genuinely amazing. Like, I don't really know what else to say. I will talk more about my favourite songs and whatever other thoughts I have in the editing section of this that I always do, where I call myself Editing Amy. But for now, that was just sort of my thoughts on the album. Yeah, my reaction. Sorry, I'm kind of speechless, just sort of absorbing this album. I always feel as though finishing an album is a very interesting sort of experience, especially when, you know, I've sat down and had my own thoughts and opinions and looked at annotations. I feel like this kind of listening experience for me really leaves sort of an impact on me, in a positive way, of course. Hola, mi amigos, mi amigas. This is Editing Amy here. Sorry, I was thinking there. I actually screenshot on my phone some of my favourite songs from this album. I've got about 5 lined up, although I probably could name more. We've got You Will Never Work in Television, Thin Thing, The Smoke, Free in the Knowledge, and We Don't Know What Tomorrow Brings as my top, is that 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as my top 5 songs off this album. I don't know if I could narrow it down any more. I also don't want to. I really enjoyed those songs personally. I often find the songs that I pick as my favourites tend to be ones which have a little bit more energy in them, or songs that I just personally relate to more. But I think that's what it's like with music, though, isn't it? Like, you're gonna enjoy the songs that you relate to. But yeah, those are some of my thoughts on the album. This was my reaction. I hope that you guys enjoyed. I've seen some people leave a comment saying that they like the stuff that I do in between, where I talk about what, like, I dive a little bit deeper into the song. I don't know, I'm just a massive music nerd. I love hearing what other people would think of a song and how it impacts them compared to how it impacts me. I love music, and I just love the emotions that it evokes inside of you, and how there's so many times when a song can come on and it can just take you back to a specific moment in time, and music is one of, if not my favorite thing in the world. And yeah, that's why I really love doing sort of a little bit of a deep dive into it, and also explaining my own thoughts on the album, because I'm also, I'm interested in what other people think of music. You guys know, at the end of the video, let's ask you a little question. So me and Snoopy today, I'm gonna get you to ask you a question. Leave a comment. Sorry, my brain was not focused there whatsoever. I like to ask you to leave a comment about something weird, but I'm interested. There's two things I would like you to leave a comment about. Number one, your favorite song from this album, and number two, which country you guys are from. I've seen people leave comments with a little bit of Spanish. I think most of my viewers are British, which would make sense because of Radiohead. But if anyone's from America, I don't know, the Philippines, please let me know. I'm actually genuinely really interested as to where people are from. Also, when you leave a comment, like the country that you're from, put the little flag next to it with the emoji thing. I don't know why, I'm just interested. I'm a curious person. In another life, maybe I was Curious George. Anyway, sorry, really random ending of this video. Without further ado, this was me and Snoopy listening to A Light for Attracting Attention by The Smile.